Narayan. Okay. So today is Sugama, Friday. Adharinda, let us discuss some. So in Sugama, 64 passages we call in Khanda is completed. Now the 65th one, 65th is only Purapaksha. Purapaksha means somebody's objection. 66th alone is Swamiji's answer. So we'll just read out the 65th. It is a Ramanuja's objection to Advaitins. Okay. Then the 66 is something to be discussed. 67, 68. In this 66, 67, 68. These three are replies to Ramanujacharya's objection. That's all. Thereafter, there are only 2 or 3 objections and it's over. Okay. So, Atmaikatva Vidya Pratipattaye Shanka. A doubt regarding Atmaikatva Vidya. Because in the Sugama, Atmaikatva Vidya Pratipattaye Sarve Vedantaha Arabhyante. It was stated. Okay. So, on this, there is an objection. Atmaikatva Vidya. Is it possible to gain the knowledge of Atman being non-dual? That means Advaita Atma Jnanam. Is it possible to gain Advaita Atma Jnanam? That means, is it possible to know Atma as a non-dual? Because Atmaikatva Vidya Pratipattaye Vedantaha Arabhyante. Vedantas begin to remove this Adhyasa, to correct this Adhyasa, and to help you to gain Atma Ekatva Vidya, to gain the knowledge of Atman being non-dual. Vedanta begins. Now on this, the earlier question was Nyaya Sudha. Nyaya Sudha means Madhva's objection that the Bandha was real. I think we have discussed already. If Bandha is a real, and you can't say it is purely a misunderstanding, Bandha is a real. To that we have already replied. Swamiji has already replied. Then the next is Atmaikatva Vidya. Now I'll just read out. It is in 1, 2, 3, in 3 paragraphs. So we don't discuss much. We only just read out and explain few points. And in the 66th point, Swamiji replies. Okay. Now remember, it is objection to Vedanta. It is not Vedanta. Atma Ekatvam, the non-duality of Atman is not possible. This is Purapakshi's question. Okay. Purapakshi's objection. It is clearly Ramanujacharya. Swamiji did not state, but I have traced them. I have compared them. All these statements are picked up bodily from Sri Bhashyam, Ramanujacharya's Sri Bhashyam. There Ramanujacharya raised objection that Atma Ekatva Jnanam is impossible. Now I'll read out. I think the book, when we publish the book, each sentence I shall trace from Ramanujacharya's, from which place is this quotation. I shall trace it when we publish it. Otherwise, I'll just read out. I'll read out, this is an objection of Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya's Sri Bhashyam. Sri Bhashyam is a commentary on Brahma Sutras written by Ramanujacharya according to their own Siddhanta of Vishishtadvaita, and also raising an objection against Advaita. They say Advaita is not there. Advaitans say Brahma is Nirgunam and Atma in its real nature, and Jagat, Atma as well as Jagat in their real nature are inseparable, are identical to Brahman alone. This is Advaitans' stand. Brahman is Swatasiddham Nirgunam, and Jiva and Jagat in their real nature, in their apparent avidyaka nature is okay, what we are seeing. But in their real nature are non-different from Brahman. This is the Advaitans' stand. So Ramanujacharya's contention is that there is no, Brahman is not Nirguna. First point. Second point is Jiva is not one with Brahman. Upanishads don't teach that. And Jagat is also not one with Brahman. That means it is not Adhyasta. Jagat is not Adhyasta. And Jivatvam is not due to avidya. It is really there. So that, therefore, gaining the jnanam of non-dual Atma is impossible. It is not there in the Upanishads. Upanishads don't teach it. This is what his idea. How? So what are his arguments? What are his objections? We shall read out. In the 65th point of Sugama, in the old edition, 104. In this edition, I don't know, you can see it. It is a it is a selfie mode, so you won't see the book. It will be in ulta. So in the 104 page. So idam idanim aparam ashankyate. Now here is another objection. I'll just read out. Avidya prahanaya atmaikatva vidya pratipattyaye sarve vedantaha arabhyante iti yaduktam tannopapadyate. What Bhashyakara told is not tenable, is not acceptable. It doesn't stand to logic. What is it? Vedantas begin to remove the ignorance of the nature of Adhyasa, and also to give rise to knowledge of Atma being non-dual. Just for this purpose alone, the entire Vedanta means all the Upanishads aim at teaching only this. The ultimate aim of all the Upanishads is only this. This is what you told. This is not tenable. Who says? Ramanujacharya says. Nirvishesha chinmatra jnanam hi vidya ishyate bhavata. You say that, you consider that nirvishesha chinmatra jnanam vidya. What is that vidya? Brahma vidya. What is that Brahma jnanam? Nirvishesha chinmatra jnanam. See, this particular phrase which Ramanujacharya uses, objecting to Advaitins. You told Atma is Chaitanyam, everybody accepts. Whether Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Shankaracharya, or anybody, all of them accept that Paramatma is Chaitanya Swarupam. But that Chaitanyam is not pure Chaitanyam. That Chaitanyam is in a particular mode, in a particular quality, in a particular capacity. Advaitins say Atma is a Chaitanyam. Qualities are relative. In his essential nature, absolute nature, the idea is qualities are there in Brahman, but they are not absolute nature of him. That's what we say. Qualities are there, but the qualities are relative to a given context. They are in a context, they are in a situation. All the qualities, see, Brahman by his nature is Nirguna, Vedantins say, and the qualities are due to Maya. This same one I am explaining differently. Brahman in his nature, in his absolute nature, is pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is essential and absolute nature, and the relative, with reference to some relationship, in a context, in a relationship, in a condition alone, the various qualities are found. Qualities are there, no doubt, in Brahman, but those qualities are relative to a context. Okay? They are relevant to a given context, not absolutely in Brahman. This is the difference. Okay? So, people say that Nirgunam Brahma means they think that gunas are not there at all. Gunas are not there at all. They are false. False in the sense they are not inherently sticking to Brahman, but they are found in a given context, in a given situation, in a relationship. But in its absolute nature, Brahman is, because a quality is a relative. Any quality, any power, any action is a relative. No quality can be seen as an absolute. See, for example, this is a Vedantin's stand. Good is relative. Good means how much is good. See, two ways of I am telling. Good, when you say, how much good? Good also cannot be a generalized good. Good means in what sense? How much? In what context and in relation with what? What is good to for one per person or one situation for one purpose is not good for another purpose, isn't it? The margosa leaves, ಬೇವಿನ ಮರ, ಬೇವಿನ ಎಲೆಗಳು in Kannada we call it the margosa, the neem. Neem leaves are good for health, they say. But is it good as a food? As a food, can you eat neem leaves, margosa leaves? You can't eat it. That means the good is a specific purpose alone. It just heals certain diseases. It kills bacteria. It is useful in a certain way. So when you say good, good means in what sense good, for what purpose, and what degree is good. Okay? Bad also when you say, in a particular sense, in a particular context, in a particular degree, it is bad. Otherwise, bad itself is not an absolute quality. Good itself is not an absolute quality. Absolutely, no quality can be stated. In absolute sense, no quality can be stated. This is what we say, but they don't understand. I don't know whether there is a communication gap or they are incapable of understanding or unwilling to understand. Incapable, unwilling, or communication gap. I think there could be three reasons. This Advaitins stand was not properly explained to them. Therefore, they could not understand Advaitins stand, Advaitins understanding of Brahman being Nirguna, Nirvishesha. Nirguna or Nirvishesha. Or they are incapable of understanding because they have a mind, they have prepared a mind for certain things. So they have not prepared mind for understanding Advaita. That means their mind is filled with certain idea, certain angle of looking, certain way of looking. Therefore, they stick to that standpoint. They are not prepared to see another angle at all. That is incapable. Incapable, that doesn't mean they are bad or wicked or anything. They are low intelligent, highly intelligent. There is no question of intelligence. It's not the question of intelligence. Incapable of understanding means that they have tuned up, they are oriented their mind for certain things. They accept certain things. Beyond that, they don't want to think. That's all. We refuse to think. We only do this thing. So either their mind is conditioned to think in particular way and refuse to see and unable to see another one. This is incapable of thinking, incapable of seeing. Second reason. First reason is communication gap. Nobody explained to them what is Advaita stand, or they did not listen. They did not go to the right person who understood Advaita properly. Neither they have not gone to the right guru. Right guru means right scholar who understood Vedanta properly, who can explain to them. Or second reason is they have conditioned their mind to certain things, so they are unable to understand. Incapacity. Third reason is they are capable. They know that there is some good point in Advaita, but we don't want to listen because our tradition alone should be right and everything else should be wrong. We refuse to listen. That means unwilling to consider even. Unwilling to consider even. Therefore, we just refuse to see. So, three reasons, either due to communication gap or incapacity to understand. Take all these in a positive sense. I am not telling anything disrespecting or in negative sense. Okay? As I told you, incapacity means in what sense I mean incapacity, I have explained just now. Okay, incapacity doesn't mean any disrespect or any condemnation or any disregarding them. Okay? Because you have a mind prepared for one purpose and just other area you have never worked. Other area you have not prepared your mind, you have never used the mind in another area. You just remain there alone. Therefore, only with that standpoint you look at it. Only gunas, relationships. How, okay, let me complete this. Other one is unwilling to consider. So, jiva is there. Jiva is a karta bhokta. It is natural, instinctive. We also say jiva is karta bhokta, instinctive. So, this instinctive jiva needs something. What is that? What does it need? He wants to be happy. He wants to get rid of his suffering. He is insecure. He is worried. He is ignorant. Therefore, Jiva is ignorant. Therefore, he needs knowledge. Jiva is helpless. He is insecure. Therefore, he needs a support, a continuous support. Jiva is unhappy. Therefore, he needs a continuous joy, somebody to give you. Jiva is helpless and weak. He needs continuous support from a person who is more powerful than you. Okay? So from the standpoint of this Jiva, when you look at Ishvara, Ishvara always looks like very promising, very nice to you, very good to you. He's helping, loving, caring, understanding, sharing, and blessing. Okay? Like a baby. To a baby, mother looks great because mother is required. Baby is helpless. For every small thing baby needs, baby depends. Then when you grown up, the dependency on mother becomes less. You respect. Mother also cares for you, but certain areas you can do on your own. You don't need mother's help in every small thing. But the baby, for every small thing, mother alone required. Therefore, it becomes totally helpless, totally surrenders, totally depends upon mother. Since baby is totally helpless, depends on mother. So similarly, depending upon who is looking at it, from what standpoint you are looking at it. Okay, if you are hungry, you look for somebody who can give you food. If you are thirsty, you look for where water is available. Okay, if you are suffering from disease, you look for a doctor. Supposing you don't fall sick at all, you don't feel hungry at all, where do you look for food? Okay, so similarly, Jiva, from the standpoint, Jiva's kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam is taken for granted. Jiva's suffering nature, insecurity, worry, dependency, ignorance, and all that. Therefore, whoever gives me support, then, so you are determining the nature of Ishvara, nature of Paramatma, from the standpoint of you being a Jiva. How Ishvara is useful. This is what they take it. Advaitins say that is okay. As long as you retain your Jivahood, naturally Ishvara. So whatever you talk of Ishvara, whatever qualities you describe about Ishvara, all that we accept. We only say from what standpoint you are taking. Okay? From the what standpoint, in what context you are determining the nature of Ishvara. Then so we are not questioning it. They think that we are denying Ishvara is Nirguna. That means Ishvara doesn't have any quality. Ishvara's quality means what here? Ishvara loves, gives you karma phaladata. He gives you your karma. He helps you, supports you, protects you, loves you, cares for you, inspires you, gives you knowledge, and all that. Now when we say Ishvara is Nirguna, they just feel offended. My God, you say I have no Ishvara to help me? You mean there is no Ishvara to take care of me, help me, love me, care me, and look after me? You mean there is no Ishvara? Then you mean I should remain Jiva, suffering Jiva like that? Oh, your philosophy is unacceptable. So they immediately jump to conclusion this way. Whoever, all non-Advaitins, when they listen to Advaita, when they say Paramatma is Nirguna, they get offended. Why they offended? Because their understanding of Ishvara, it is something like you see a small baby who can understand but can't speak. I think 2 or 3 years old, 2.5, 3 years old baby can understand when you speak, but can't speak, but can understand. That baby, some little grown-up boys try to tease the baby. Have you seen that? They say, if mother is busy, went to kitchen or went somewhere to do something, you know what they say? That baby looks for it. Amma, Amma, he cries and looks for it. Now what they say? Amma has gone out of station. The baby says, oh, and he cries. They'll enjoy. They enjoy. So, baby thinks that mother is not visible, so somewhere mother left her. So, left it. So, the baby feels unhappy. So, similarly, so if Amma is not there, Amma has gone out of station. There, in childhood, I would see some people say that, oh, Amma has gone to a village far away. The baby starts crying because Amma is not visible. Then Amma worried, what happened? Doesn't know that these little senior boys are teasing her, telling that Amma is gone away. The baby becomes happy only until mother is visible, or mother's voice is heard. Mother says that I am here only, don't worry, I am here. What is the problem? I am here. and she calls him by his name, then the baby feels confident. Okay. So, when the baby is in need of Ishvara's protection, love and care and all that, and then when we say Paramatma is Nirguna, they immediately feel offended. My God, you deprive me of Ishvara? You are atheist. You say Ishvara is Nirguna? Or you may say Ishvara is existing, but is useless Ishvara. Ishvara doesn't help jivas. And jivas are left helpless. That means jivas are left without moksha, they suffer. This is the way they understand. When we say Brahma is Nirguna, so here either the three reasons as I told you. Either there is a communication gap, or they are incapable of understanding, that they refuse to understand. Stubbornly refuse to understand, refuse to listen, refuse to consider. See, in the second reason, incapacity to understand, there is no stubborn refusal. But in the third reason, there is a stubborn refusal. We oppose you because our Guru, our Sampradaya, our Shastra, our books give a different explanation. We accept this alone. We refuse to listen to you, and we only find fault with you. We malign you. We just say reject you. Before you read your books, we reject you. We refuse to accept you. We consider that you are wrong. Advaita is wrong, that's all. Because our tradition says yours is wrong, don't listen to them. That's all. We just refuse to listen to you. Okay. So there are three reasons. Okay, coming back to the point. So, from what standpoint you are trying to determine Ishvara's nature? But when Advaitins say, if you look at Ishvara, Paramatma, or the truth, whatever you call, Ishvara, Paramatma, truth, God, whatever you call, to that truth, how do you relate to him? How do you determine his nature? Means from what standpoint, from what scale you are determining his nature? From your present state of existence. In your present state, what you are, how you are. From your present state, you are trying to determine Ishvara's nature. Then the present state, we also say in Vyavaharika Drishti, Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jiva is limited, helpless, and ignorant, and he needs a karma phala. He needs to do some karma and get some karma phala. So he needs somebody to love and care and give him knowledge, give him help and helping hand, support him, give him karma phala, sukha and all that. Take him to some loka. He is unhappy with the worldly life because he has been continuously suffering, tired, exhausted with this bhuloka. Boy, I need some rest. I need some peace of mind. I am so much suffering in this world, bhuloka, or even narkaloka. Okay, if you suffer, pray to him, and then taking pity, being kind to you, compassionate to you. When you surrender to him, I am helpless, I am unable to do anything. He loves you, cares you, and takes you to a higher loka, either to heaven or to Brahmaloka or some loka, or some other loka between Swarga and Brahmaloka. He will take you to some loka because you have prayed to him, you love him, care him, and he'll give you some joy, some peace of mind, and some relaxation. The fear goes away. Just as when the baby is crying, that missing his mother, bereaved of his mother, when the mother comes, what happened? Hearing the scream of the baby, mother comes, seeing the mother, he becomes quiet and relaxed. Seeing the mother, sits in the mother's lap, and he feels confident and strength. Similarly, Jiva becomes happy when he sits in the lap of Ishvara. Ishvara loves you, cares you, supports you, assures you that don't worry, I will not go, I am with you all the time. Ishvara is with me all the time. You feel very happy. Okay. You feel immensely happy. All your insecurity, fear, worry goes away tentatively. That means so if you are looking at Ishvara from this standpoint, all that what you say is correct. We are not denying. See, when we say Nirguna from the absolute, they just fail to see that. What is this absolute and relative? They don't say. They just see one thing alone. One thing. I am looking to Ishvara. Ishvara is like that, that's all. They only see one standpoint. From the standpoint, we say you are looking from the standpoint of Jivahood. They say it's not the Jiva. This is how Ishvara is. Mother always cares for me. That's all. It is the very nature of mother. Mother is caring you, loves you, looks after you because you are too small baby, incapable of doing anything. But when you grow up, you will understand the very mother gives you up, sends you somewhere there, go there, do something like that. Very mother sends you away. Very mother sends you to school. And then you will understand. When you grow up and you have to go to school, the very mother sends you to school. The first few days you should see the crying of the baby. When you go to school, he says, I don't want to go because I don't want to give up my mother. I want to be with mother. The very mother sends you to school. Okay? Because when you are incapable of staying away from mother, you are too small baby, mother keeps you with her. But once you grown up, you need to learn. You need a larger friend circle. You need to go to school and learn many things. Then so the very mother, even if you are crying, take him. He will cry like that alone. Doesn't matter. Take him there. The very mother will cruelly send you to school. Okay. He says he will cry. After some time, he will be okay. Let him go. That means the caring mother here has become, it is caring alone, but it become very harsh, very stiff, okay, very hard and harsh. So the baby thinks that mother always cares for me, mother always cares for me. So you are looking at Ishvara as a jiva from your need. This is what we say relative nature. But they are not taking this as a relative nature. They are taking this as absolute nature of Ishvara. This is the difference. We say what you say is correct. But from the Jiva standpoint, that's how Ishvara looks. That's natural. That's perfectly correct. We also accept. We also tell all the people, pray to Ishvara. Ishvara will look after you, give you karma phala, and loves you, cares for you, and everything does it. A bereaved person, he gives you love and care. When you are tired, he gives you strength. Okay. When your mind is fatigued and exhausted, he gives you strength. When you lose hope, he fills your heart with hope and positive thing. When you lose your confidence, you feel inferior, he will fill your heart with confidence. Okay. When you are suffering, he relieves you by giving medicine, by showing some manner, sending to somebody some medicine. If mind is disturbed, he gives you peace of mind. If you need some pleasure, he gives you bhoga. Ishvara gives. We say it is according to your need, that is the nature. But Ishvara himself has his own nature, which is something more than what you see. They say no. Whatever we see, that is his real nature. That's all. You are wrong. We don't accept it. Nirgunam, nirvishesham, we don't accept. You see the difference? They are not wrong. We are also not wrong. Looking from different angles, this is what we say. Ramanuja, Madhva, Nimbarka, Vallabha, many others. Shaiva, Vaishnava, whoever they are looking at Ishvara, determining the nature of Ishvara from certain angle. Okay. So we are determining from a different angle. Okay. This is what you have to see. We say Ishvara absolutely, not from anybody's angle, not from a given standpoint, not from Jiva standpoint, as he is. That is his absolute nature. Absolute means what? Not from an angle, not from a standpoint, not from a relationship. He as he is an absolute. An absolute cannot be qualified, quantified, described, assigned of a particular nature. Okay? Absolute means what? Absolute is absolute. Cannot be divided, related. This is what is absolute. Absolute is absolute. Absolute cannot be said as this and that. This and that is a relation, a standpoint, an angle of looking. Any angle of looking, whatever you say, whatever qualities you see, all the positive qualities, great qualities, good qualities in Ishvara from certain angle, all of them are okay. They are perfectly right. We don't deny. But when Advaitans say, leave about these all various standpoints. See what he is. From his standpoint, he just is. You say, you are very thirsty, walking, because this is what my personal experience. In childhood, we would walk from village to another village. We feel thirsty, look for water. Then some small brook or river comes on the way. We know this river comes after this half kilometer of so and so distance. That half kilometer with great difficulty we walk down. Then you find seeing water, how happy you feel it. Okay, you go there and then drink water, and after some time take bath and whatever you do it, stay there. Okay, because there were no vessels to carry in those days, like plastic bottles were never there. So carrying water was impossible. Only you have to carry with a big mud pots or even metal pots. Carrying a metal pot on a head is a much unnecessary heavy. So we were unable to carry water. There were no plastic bottles at all. Plastic came recently. So now, does the river feel that I am so kind-hearted, whoever comes, take my water, I am very loving to you, caring to you? The nadi, the river looks as if compassionate to you, but river is spontaneously compassionate. Compassion is not a quality, it is his nature. See, this is the difference. The quality which you see, that water is giving you, the river is giving you water, river is giving you, quenching your thirst, is what you experience. What you experience is a blessing, is a grace, is a help. But the help, river is not giving you consciously. Helping is not a quality. Helping is, it is happening spontaneously. Therefore, there is no quality. We say, whatever Ishvara does is a quality if you receive it. But from his standpoint, it is not a quality. Okay? There is no noun and adjective relationship. It is, he is himself. In this sense, we say he is a nirguna, nirvishesha. Nirvishesha. But they misunderstand. You are calling Paramatma is a nirguna. Nirgunam, nirvishesha chinmatram. Chinmatram, pure consciousness. You know what they say? Pure consciousness, you say, has no quality. That means no compassion, no love, no caring for you. It's just a neutral, sitting like an inert object, like the sun. Sun is sitting there. It doesn't have any feelings for you. Oh my God. Oh, if God is so neutral, so feelingless, heartless, this I can't accept. That's what they say. See, from what standpoint they are looking, what standpoint we are explaining. There is, if they listen, I think they can understand there is a communication gap. So it's only for our clarity we are discussing. If they are interested, they can listen to us. We'll be very happy to explain to them. Okay? So, Nirvishesha Chinmatra Jnanam hi Vidyaishyate, Ramanujacharya says, you say that Jnanam of Paramatma is a Nirvishesha and Chinmatra. Chinmatra is a pure consciousness, nothing but consciousness alone, without any specifications, this and that and high and low and good and great and small. No idea, nothing can be unspecified, which cannot be specified as this and that. He is, this much we can say. He is everything, but cannot be specified as something, as a given thing. You say this thing, we cannot accept this. Ramanujacharya says, this cannot be accepted. Sir, Vidya ishyate bhavata natu tatra pramanam kinchit pashyamaha. Why can't you accept it? We are asking. So Ramanujacharya, means the follower of Ramanujacharya, says that to know that Brahman is of such nature means unspecified. Nothing, no specifications, no particular qualities, no particular specification can be assigned to him, can be allotted to him, can be ascribed to him. No specification can be ascribed to him, but he is just pure consciousness. So Ramanujacharya says, Natatra kinchit pramanam. To say that Brahman is like that, on what basis? What is the proof for it? On what basis you have determined Paramatma to be like that? Ramanujacharya is asking. See here. Na tatra pramanam kinchit pashyamaha. We don't see any evidence, any proof, any means of knowledge to say that Paramatma is pure consciousness without any specifications, any special qualities, any specialities. Nothing special. Like Akasha. Akasha is everything. What it is not, you can't say. It is like this, it is not like that, you can't say. Because nothing can be specified when he is everything. He is everything. Absolute. So nothing can be specified about it. If you say like that, he says, to say that such is the Brahman, such is Paramatma, there is no proof. It is your wild imagination, such a Brahman doesn't exist. Because there is no proof. We accept Paramatma has always some quality. Okay? This is Ramanuja's contention. I could have read out easily, but some of the, you see, you have to consider my case, because I have got different audience of different levels. I have to cater to all those people. Those who are intelligent may see that unnecessarily I am explaining this much details. But otherwise, these Purvapaksha Siddhanta, they get mixed up and get confused. Some people. So, Mandadikari, Madhyamadikari, Uttamadikari. Some of you who are Uttamadikaris must have a patience and forgive me for my elaborate explanation. And certain repetitions also. So we go slowly. So otherwise I could just read out, this is his Ramanuja's Paksha. We can go directly to Shankara's answer, Sachidananda Swamiji's answer. Okay, so Natu Tatra Pramanam Kinchit Pasha. Ramanuja's contention is to say that Brahman is pure consciousness and without any Vishesha. Vishesha means any speciality. Without any specification, special things. There is no proof, there is no evidence for it. How do you say there is no evidence? He himself explains. Ramanujacharya himself explains. Pratyakshadinam hi sarvesham savishesha vastunyeva pramana bhavaha. See, we have the pramana. Pratyaksha, anumana, perception, inference, presumption, artha, what you call shabda pramana. We have got 5 or 6 pramanas. Out of them 4 other things can be included in the 4 alone. And he says, let us take 4 pramanas. So Pratyaksha are 3, let us take Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda, mainly these 3. Other things can be included broadly into these 3. So therefore, any pramana, this is how you go to any Ramanuja follower, they always argue like that. To say that Brahman is Advaita, to say that Brahman is Nirguna, what is the proof? What pramana you have got? And we say that Shabda Pramana. They say not only Shabda Pramana, any Pramana for that matter. Any means out of the 3. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda. All the Pramanas reveal some specific quality alone. Some specific nature alone. Some specific feature. Any featureless, qualityless, without any specification, absolute, it doesn't teach. Because no Pramana can function and reveal which is totally unspecified. Any pramana refers to something specific quality, specific nature, Vishesha, some Vishesha alone. Now he takes one by one. Let us take Pratyaksha Pramana. Pratyakshadinam cha sarvesham savishesha vastunyeva pramana bhavaha. Pratyaksha and other pramanas. All the pramanas reveal some specific quality. Let us take eyes. Eyes can reveal some quality, some color. Ears can reveal some sound. Sparsha, the sense of touch, can reveal some hot or cold or hard and soft. Okay? Hot, cold, hard and soft. Or smooth and rough. Okay? Smooth or rough, the 6. Heat and cold, smooth and rough, hard and soft. Okay? These 6 alone you can know with the help of sense of touch. Okay? So, any sense organ reveals as a specific quality. Unspecified existence, how can you know? Now let us take the tongue. Tongue can reveal some tastes. What are the tastes? Sweet, bitter, sour, sweet, bitter, sour, pungent, astringent, like the 6 shadrasa we call them. Salty. Okay, 6 tastes. Tongue can reveal 6 tastes. It can't reveal tastelessness. 6 tastes alone. It can't reveal anything beyond that. Means a specific quality alone sense organ can reveal. Eyes can reveal color. Ears can reveal sounds. Okay. Louder sound or low sound, high sound, or melodious sound or harsh sound. I think sounds are 4 only. Regarding sound, harsh and soft, melodious and rough and raucous sound. Okay. Another is loud sound and low sound. That's all. You can only hear various kinds of sounds. Sound is something specific. Color is something specific. Touch is something specific. Taste is something specific. Then what is other left out? Eyes, ears, touch, tongue, smell. 5th is the smell. You can only feel some good and bad smell. Even in the smells, there are different kinds of smells. Okay. Each one, some flowers smell. Even the flower to flower, there is a difference in smell. There is a pleasant smell. But pleasant is a very broad term. There are various kinds of smell. So there is specific thing. Your 5 sense organs reveal something specific. How can unspecified? Pratyaksha cannot reveal something unspecified existence. Okay. Therefore, Pratyaksha, the perception, cannot come to your rescue to reveal such a Brahman, Nirgunam, Nirvishesham, pure Chaitanyam, pure consciousness cannot be known through your 5 sense organs at all. Okay. Then Shabdasya cha, he says, similarly Anumana pramana, the inference works based upon perception alone. What you perceive partly, the other part you infer related to it. Okay. So Paramatma, that Paramatma is unspecified, cannot be seen through inference also. Then what about Shabda Pramana? Advaitans say, Upanishad reveals that Advaitam Brahma. You talk to Advaitans, some of the Advaitans. They say, what is the Pramanam for Advaita? Upanishad is Pramanam. Ramanujacharya says, Upanishad doesn't reveal Advaita. In fact, they always reveal Paramatma to have some qualities alone. Whenever they describe some qualities of Paramatma. They never describe Paramatma as qualityless. Okay. So, Shabdasya cha Visheshena Savishesha Vastunyeva Vidhana Samartyam. Words can always point out a quality, a relationship. Okay. How you use a words in a sentence. What does the sentence reveal? You look at a language. What does a language reveal? Any language consists of sentences. Sentence consists of words. So the words and sentences of any language, they point out some relationship, some quality, something specific. Nirvishesha, which is unspecified, language doesn't work. When you use the language, it has to reveal some relationship, some quality, some vishesha, some special feature alone. Therefore, Shabda Pramana has no capacity to reveal what is free from any relationship, any quality, any specification. Therefore, Prakriti Pratyaya Yogatmakasya Padasya Vishishtartha Pratipadakasya Avarjaniyatvat Padasangata Rupasya Vakyasya cha Aneka Padartha Samsarga Visheshabhidayatvat. These 2 sentences describe the nature of Shabda Pramana. Okay? How Shabda Pramana reveals its object. Shabda Pramana functions, shall I describe? We will be going unnecessarily into the Tarka Shastra. Tarka Shastra discusses this. How Shabda Pramana works. Okay. We have discussed Tarka. I think we have not recorded. I taught Tarka to our Brahmachari. Tarka Shastra we have not recorded, I think. Or we have done some audio, I don't remember. I think audio also we have not done much. But anyway, I'll give you summary of these 2 sentences. A word is, three sentences. First sentence says, Shabda. Means Shabda Pramana, the words reveal only a specific quality, something specific It can't reveal Nirvishesha. Next sentence says Prakriti Pratyaya Yogatmakasya Padasya. What is a sentence? Sentence consists of words. What does a word reveal? Word consists of two, Prakriti and Pratyaya, because in Sanskrit it is, this applies to Sanskrit but not to other languages much. Prakriti and Pratyaya. Prakriti is a dhatu or a noun, either a noun or a verb, verbal root. Pratyaya is a suffix. So a word is derived by joining a suffix to the word. The word can be either verbal root or it can be a noun or adjective. To the noun, because taddita, if you know Sanskrit, you can understand krit pratyaya, taddita pratyaya or kriyapada. Okay. So from the verbal root, you derive the krit and verbs. Verbs means tenses and moods, and also krit pratyaya, that is verbal derivatives. There are noun derivatives also. So in these things, when you add, if you are interested, I tell you. Otherwise, those who do not understand, ignore them. Don't worry. These are all grammar point. So Prakriti Pratyaya Yogatmakasya Padasya. Pada is derived as a result of joining a suffix to the word. So the word, it reveals, because in Sanskrit the meaning is understood from the verbal root and its suffix. When they combine, they give rise to certain meaning in a combined state. The combination itself reveals a certain idea. Okay, so padasya vishishtartha pratipadakatvasya avarjaniyatvat. So a language consists of words. Of course, first sentences. Sentences consist of words. Word consists of two parts. One is in fact, we have said to say three: prefix, middle word, and suffix. Basic word, prefix, and suffix. So the prefixes and suffixes are joined to a word in a particular meaning, in a particular sense. Therefore, words cannot but reveal some specific quality alone. Then last sentence, Padasanghata Rupasya Vakyasya. Vakya is a what you say, a combination of words. Padasanghatasya Vakyasya. A sentence consists of words. Shabda Pramana we are talking. A sentence consists of words. So each word conveys some idea, and when you combine those words in a particular syntax, when the words are combined in a particular syntax, then the sentence as a whole, which comprises of words and the meanings of the words, it joins all those meanings and gives one collective meaning, combined meaning. Okay, a collective meaning of a sentence, aneka padartha samsarga vishesha abhidayitvat. So therefore, in a sentence, words are related. Words that occur in a sentence, the words have to be interrelated. So to relate, there is a logic. Any word can't be joined anywhere like that. See? You can't just anyway word like that. Okay? Book, table, sweet. Does it make any sense? Book and table, you have not stated the relation. Sweet and table, sweet and book, you have not connected. The connection requires a certain grammatical relation, certain logic. So under certain logic, the words get connected. Syntactic. The syntax requires a relation. The relation means samsarga. Words get connected to each other to form a sentence in a particular logic. So there is a relation. Okay. Vedantins talk of all these things a lot. Tarka Shastra, Vyakarna Shastra, logic and grammar, they discuss many things. So anyway, just a basic idea, it's completed only this much. So the words reveal certain quality, certain idea, and then the words, when they combine into a sentence, those ideas get interrelated, connections. So what you get is a connected meaning, relative meaning. Connected meaning, but Nirvishesha means what? If you say Brahman is Nirvishesha, Paramatma is Nirvishesha, non-relational, absolute, and he says, Ramanujacharya says, no absolute Brahman, because sentence reveals some kind of a relational idea, a relative idea, a relational idea alone. It can't give rise to any non-relational absolute idea. Absolute, there is no such thing called absolute. It is myth. He says absolute doesn't exist because sentences talk of a relation. When sentence speaks, it gives rise to a relative meaning, a relational alone. Therefore, no pramana, there is no pramana to reveal Nirvishesha Brahman. Yatyuchyate pratyakshadinam avidyapurasara. I think time is up. We will stop with this thing. But we are continuing. I think 3 paragraphs. Ramanujacharya raises an objection against Advaita in 3 paragraphs. Swamiji says, oh, 1.5 pages. Yeah. Why 1 or 2 pages? 2 pages only objection. We have discussed a few sentences. Have patiently, leisurely listen so that you understand and you don't miss the idea or you don't mix up the ideas. Some more ideas are there. Where necessary, we instantly add Advaitin's stand, but the detailed refutation will come at the end. In the beginning itself, we will add a little bit, not much, but little bit for sake of clarification. So, 2 points he told. He says, there is no Nirvishesha Brahman. When we say Nirvishesha Brahman, that means unspecified Brahman, absolute Brahman. In what sense we mean Nirvishesham? They say Brahman cannot be absolute. It has to have some qualities, some features. And Nirvishesham, absolute, cannot be known. There is no pramana for Nirvishesham. This is the pet argument of Ramanujacharya. There is no, and its followers in their tradition. There is no pramana to prove, to reveal that Brahman is Nirvishesha. All pramanas reveal some specific quality alone. Some specific nature, some specific quality alone. Absolute cannot be revealed by pramana. No, there is no pramana whatsoever. If there is no pramana, absolute doesn't exist at all. This is their conclusion. Up to this we have discussed. This is the summary of today's discussion. And then now is talking of something else, another argument. We will see in the next class. Okay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat.